All right, ready. Back with another video initial review on another knife and sheath that I just purchased. To do a little, go back in time a little bit. I did a initial review on this guy a while back, and I've been carrying it pretty much every day. If you're not familiar, this is the Ansa, the Vox Ansa giant mouse. It's made with N690 steel, and it comes skeletonized when you buy it. I just happened to be watching a channel and I saw this company in particular. They're called Oak City Leather Supply, who made a in the pocket sheath plus matching leather scales for it. And I just thought it looked freaking awesome, so I bought it. I actually bought them at the same time. I bought the knife on eBay, and then I went to the website for Oak City Leather Supply, and I bought the sheath. And when you buy anything on their website, you can pick the hardware, what kind of stitching, what kind of leather you want, and accent hardware like this has brass. So I went with the, I think it's like a chestnut, and I gotta tell you, this leather smells freaking amazing. I pull this out of my pocket every once in a while just to smell the leather. I know it might seem weird to some of you, but I love the smell of good leather. And again, I know I already did a video on this, but check out that leather, those leather scales with the brass hardware that holds them on. It's already starting to patina up. The leather's getting smooth. It's getting much more of a rich color to it just from me holding it. I use this thing all the time, and these little giant mouse, when they come out right out of the box, they're like a scalpel. I mean, super sharp. I use this to open packages. I actually use it for food prep too. Like if I'm having a steak, which I do quite a few nights a week, this is what I use to cut my meat with. You gotta be careful opening packages. If you have anything in the package that's even remotely delicate, don't use this, because it has a tendency to go through pretty much everything without any effort whatsoever. For such a small little blade, it is so ergonomic. It has real nice jimping on the top of the blade. It has some jimping on the back here. But yeah, I use this thing all the time. And again, oops, here's the sheath. This is what the sheath looks like. I went with the black stitching and brass hardware, and that just goes. Let me see if you can see. There you go. I just slide it right in my pocket, just like that. Gotta love this high-tech, high-end videotaping that I do here. But this is as good as it gets. I'm not looking to make any money. I just like to do reviews on things that I get, and I do it in one take, regardless of how crappy it is. So, did a review on that. Awesome. I carry it all the time. The leather's already starting to patina up. Perfect. Well, this is what I got in the mail this past week. Now, first, let's talk about the knife. And this is the Bradford Guardian 3. Just some specifics I wrote down on it. It's the thickness on the blade. It's got good thickness for as small as it is. It's 0.14. The blade length itself is 3.5 inches. Total length is 6 3/4. For my hands, which are massive, I can get, if I choke up on the finger choil, which is what I usually do, I can get almost all 4 fingers on it. Now, if I'm back behind the guard, that's where the lanyard comes into play. But for this small of a knife, I am typically choking up on it. That's really nice jimping on the top of the blade. I love the scales they put on this. This is like I think it's wood that's mixed with some other material, and it's a 3D type of scale. So, you know, it's not flat to the knife. It is quite large, but really like it. Really what drew me to this particular knife was the finish. It's called a Nimbus finish. So it's almost like, I haven't done any research, I'm just guessing, but it's almost like they did like a black coating and then they tumbled it to give it a very worn look, which I love. Right out of the box, it is very sharp, not as sharp as a giant mouse, but super sharp. I was using this last night to sharpen up marshmallow sticks for my fire pit, and it was actually so sharp that I had to like back off because I was literally going all the way through the limb, so I had to really lay up off of the pressure. This is just an M2 tool steel. I mean, not the greatest steel, but for what I'm going to use this for, it's adequate. The knife was not very expensive. I think I paid like $150 for it, brand new. It came with a Kydex sheath, which I'll show you what I got instead. I put the leather, piece of leather on it with the brass bead, and when I go to take this thing out of the sheath that I keep in my inside pocket, that lanyard really helps out a lot. So it's about 4 ounces. This has a saber grind, and of course it's a drop point. And I think that's all the specifics on it. So again, I like these 3D handles. It's got texture to it. If you can see up close, there is a texture to the handle, so it helps you grip it. If your hands were wet, you can hold on to it better. I love a knife with finger choil. Just great being able to choke up on it. I have used this for food prep too. Works great as a steak knife. And it's just a perfect size for inside the pocket carry. Anything bigger than this and it would be really pushing it as a EDC knife. But again, what really drew me to this knife was that Nimbus finish on the knife. It gives it a very cool look. So here is the sheath. Again, I went with the black stitching, the walnut leather, the brass accents. They obviously use the same hardware as the giant mouse, and obviously the same leather. I like matchy. Plus I like walnut leather better than any of the other colors they had. Clip has a lot of good retention to it. Again, black stitching, and this is what it looks like in, God, that's 2 for 2 now. Drop both of them. So that's what it looks like. And inside the pocket, if you can see, it sits right inside the pocket. I can sit down, walk around, don't even notice that it is. I've got my phone sitting on top of an ammo can right now. Like again, high quality production value here. So let's do a little comparison of the two sheaths with the two knives. So here we go. So if you were looking to buy one or the other based on the size, there you go. This one obviously is going to disappear in your pocket, but the Bradford Guardian 3, I tell you, it really sits well in the pocket. Don't even notice it's there. And it does sit low, so all you got sticking out is that. And if you're wearing a shirt, if you're really worried about someone seeing it, put a shirt down over it, no one will even know. This sometimes, I'll just slide it all the way in my pocket, and then there's definitely nothing to see. You can also put these in your back pocket. I've done that. My only issue with that is I forget it's there. And 2 of my vehicles that I drive have leather seats, and I don't want to mess up the leather seats scratching them with this. So I don't really trust myself to remember to take it out. So it usually goes in the front pocket. So, and to compare the two knives side by side, if you haven't seen a comparison between those two, there you go. Let's go blade to blade. There we go. So obviously totally different categories, but I feel like they fit the same mold. They both are very carryable in the pocket. Again, a lot more substantial of a knife. Feels a lot more secure in the hand than the giant mouse, but because of that huge choil right there, and then it comes up, I am able to lock my fingers in it, and then with the jimping on top, I can really hold on to that. I kind of wish there was a way, like there was a little outcropping that I could have put a lanyard on that. That would have made it perfect for me. Just have something to put my pinky on. But we can't have everything that we want all the time. So there's the two again. I put them back in the sheaths. And I have to tell you, this has become my new favorite way to carry a knife. So on the other side, here we go. That's what they look like. All right, and then lastly from this company, I ordered one more piece of leather because I was very impressed with the company, the actual guy who owns it. He has, when I've emailed him, he emails me back with any issues I had or questions before I ordered, gave me an email back. I have a knife that's being custom made, and I've been waiting on it for about 2 months now. Hopefully I'll get it this coming month. And he doesn't make a sheath for it, but he told me if I were to send it to him, that he will make a sheath based off of that knife specifically, which I'm super excited about. I'm not going to mention what the knife is. It is from a custom knife maker, fixed blade. Can't wait to get it. It does fit into this mold as the size, but that's all I'm going to say. So my last item is a NATO watch band. You guessed it, made out of the walnut leather, black stitching. I went with a stainless steel hardware to match that of my Hamilton. Ooh, back it up a little bit. This is the military model. I think it's the khaki. Can't remember the actual model, but this is the automatic. It's not automatic. Wind up. I wanted to go with a complete mechanical wind up watch with this. I wear this setup all the time. It came with a green band, which is fine, but this leather band, it just really makes this watch pop with the stainless steel hardware. It really matches the watch well, and can't be happier with it. Just love the looks of this with this watch band. Got one that died on me. I've got a bunch of watches. I'm horrible about collecting stuff. Watches, knives, guns, rings, lighters. I got a whole list of stuff. So anyway, that is my, what's the word? My introduction to this company, Oak City Leather Supply. Great company, great customer service, small, American made, just great communication. Can't wait to work with them on the next knife and seeing what that sheath will look like. Again, all the items next to each other. Can't wait for them to patina up more, and yeah. Couldn't be any more happy with my purchases there. So what do I have for the future for videos? I did purchase a new gun that I've been working on, putting a red dot on. It's a 1911 Kimber in 9mm. I did do the rear sight removal and put the mounting plate on, and it's worked out great. Got it sighted in. Might do a video on that. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.